Call the meeting to order at 5:30. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda.
Can I get a second? I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with one vacancy. We will now convene to close session to discuss Ed Code 35146, consideration of confidential matter, case number 2223-04-SE. 4A, report of action taken in closed session, case number 2223-04-SE. Can I get a motion to approve?
I move that we approve 4A1.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Roll call?
Trustee Brown,
Yes.
Trustee Martin,
Yes.
Trustee Nelson,
Aye.
Trustee Wing.
Yes. All right. And then we have our students from John Reed Elementary here to help us with the flag salute. Would you like to come out? You can go ahead.
Please stand for the pledge. Put your hand over your heart.
Ready, begin. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, go ahead. John Reed Pledge.
The John Reed Pledge.
Okay. Go ahead.
I respect myself and others. I am kind, safe, and responsible. I am ready to learn.
Now for the John. Go ahead. Now for the John Reed song.
Now for the John Reed song.
Very good. We
The lepers of John Reed School, proud in red, white, and blue. You work hard every day, learn a lot. We're safe and responsible too. We set goals high and reach to reach them. Always focus on the scores. Kindness, effort, perseverance, build our education. We're the John Reed lepers, hear us roar, roar.
All right. Item 5, special recognitions and presentations. Technology High School student recognition for Damian Burgess.
Good evening. I'm Shelley Thielen, the assistant principal at Technology High School. And I am, and Tech High is honored and excited that one of our students, Damian Burgess, has been selected for this special recognition from the Board of Trustees. Damien is a sophomore at Tech High who maintains a 4.0 GPA, is a member of the soccer team, works at Cazadero Music Camp during the summers, and is principal clarinetist in our school band. Recently, Damien was selected among thousands of students to participate in the All-State Golden State Band at the California All-State Music Educators Conference in Fresno. Damien had to submit audition tapes of various scales and musical excerpts in order to be selected. He put in a lot of work practicing in order to be chosen. In addition to this state-level competition, Damien was also selected to participate in our county honor band and 2 regional honor bands for Northern California. He is a huge asset to our music program, and we can't wait to see what he does next with music. We would also like to acknowledge the Tech High PTSA for supporting our band program to help make opportunities like this possible for our students. When students are selected to attend these events, their musical knowledge is expanded, relationships are formed, and they bring back with them so much to share with their peers. We would also like to acknowledge Jenna Eggering, our wonderful band instructor. It is her dedication to our students that we are in awe with our band. And we are grateful to the board for recognizing how important music education is. Damien will now play a short excerpt for all to enjoy. Your cute leg.
That was just a short excerpt by Weber of his first clarinet concerto and then the third movement, the rondo.
All right. Thank you, Damien. That was amazing. Felt like I was at the San Francisco Symphony there for a minute. I liked it. I do apologize. I skipped over public comment for special recognitions and presentations, so I just want to jump back to that really quick. We have Dr. Sylvia Ramirez that has a public comment tonight.
Good evening, Dr. Perez, esteemed board members. My name is Sylvia Ramirez, Dr. Sylvia Ramirez, and this evening I'm representing the Education Foundation of Cotati and Rohnert Park. I'm here this afternoon to invite you all to the 37th annual Sharing of the Green Gala, which is called Swing into Spring. We're going to be celebrating educators throughout the ages, re-engaging, reconnecting, and reimagining. On Saturday, April 1st, it's not an April Fool's joke, it's the real deal. Saturday, April 1st, 2023, at our beautiful Doubletree Hotel Grand Ballroom. It'll be from 5 p.m. to 11:30. and the price is $85 per person. But this money, because of your generosity and support, the Education Foundation of Cotati and Roner Park has been able to contribute over $1.7 million to our schools through grants to our students and teachers. Since 1983, the Education Foundation is recognized as the fundraising organization most supporting public education in the Cotati and Roner Park school districts. Every child deserves the best educational opportunities possible. This is your opportunity to make that a reality. And every dollar that we raise goes directly to our students, teachers, and schools. This is a completely volunteer-run organization. Where does the money go? Well, you have a list here of lots of things that we have supported. For example, books, playground equipment, science modules, building blocks, Lego robots and technologies for the 6th graders, iPads, and much more. That's just a few examples. The Education Foundation has started a partnership this year, first time, with Safeway to feed needy children and their family. So we are really hoping that you are able to attend our event, and we look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
Thank you. All right. Item 5B, John Reed Elementary is here to give a presentation about outdoor education and Nature Bridge.
Yeah. Not sure how to find it. Oh, there it is. How do I make it go full screen? I think it's the bottom right. Oh, the percent. Maybe it's that button. This one. Or the one next to it. Thank you. Andrew, come here. Right here. Go ahead. Here's your button. On this one.
Hello, this is the Outdoor Education Nature Bridge experience presented by John Reed students. Tonight we'll talk about our 5th grade outdoor education experience, such as where we were, who got to go, and what we ate and where we slept.
Our time spent at outdoor education aligns with LCAP goals 1, 2, 4, and 5. 100% of students who wanted to attend were able to go. 88% of John Reed 5th graders attended. 100% of people who needed a scholarship received it. We attended outdoor ed from February 8th to February 10th, and we got there by bus.
We were near the ocean and beach, and there were ice plants. We stayed in dorms, and there were lots of mountains that you can hike on, and there were invasive plants called ice plants.
The first night we had teriyaki chicken with white or fried rice. We had a self-serve salad bar. Breakfast was delicious. We had pancakes and cereal or granola. We loved the breakfast. We had pita bread on the go for our hikes.
The beds were very comfortable and everyone slept comfortably. The first night we were a bit too loud, but the second night we went right to sleep.
We went to the beach and played in the sand. We hiked to a lighthouse. It was really scary. There was long walks where we played with sounds and echoes. During our hike we we had many stops and got to play fun games.
We learned about native animals such as birds, crabs, and ice plants. We learned how the sand was created on the beach. We had naturalist teachers that helped us learn about the ecosystems. Our educators took us to different environments. We also got to use microscopes to view zooplankton.
We have already started an ambassador program so that the fourth graders know what to expect and to build excitement.
We thank the board for their support of our outdoor education program. Thank you.
Thank you. And we're here for any follow-up questions. They are. Any other questions?
I don't know. So this is, how many years out are we planning? I know it's indefinitely, but like the grant that we've received and stuff, how many years is that for?
We actually have
there she
Miss
is.
Lundy here as
I was
well.
gonna say, there she is. Here
to
she comes.
answer additional questions.
Yeah.
So we have, the grant is for this year and next year, and we'll be applying next February for another 3 years. This is only one small part of it. It takes a lot of work together with our teachers. Our fifth grade teachers are here tonight as well, and they've been part of the carnival, and they've been part of the informational part, but we're already rallying to figure out how do we fundraise as well.
Okay. And then
So we're gonna go every year.
No, that's great. And then this, I know you guys did some fundraising. Is the fundraising to bring the cost down for all students, or is it to provide scholarships for the students that can't afford the full amount?
Both.
Okay.
So what we're doing district-wide is we're fundraising to be able to alleviate some costs for more scholarships. But then on school sites, there's fundraising happening to then do a more targeted on-site, like how do we bring it down as well? So all of our sites are starting to brainstorm, how do we do site fundraising, but then what do we do our big school-wide? So for example, April 5th, Sally Tomatoes Community Night, you're all invited for our first rally together. You'll get an invitation.
Oh, good. Well, if I write it down now, I'm more likely. So when this individual sites are doing their fundraising, does that mean that, like a student at John Reed might pay $200, but if Thomas Page does more fundraising, their students might only pay $100?
Yes, so that's kind of what happened when we had, some sites had started their fundraising a little bit earlier, so it just brought down their overall cost. We also applied for and received a scholarship through
From
Nature Bridge, which brought down our costs significantly down for our families.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
thank you.
Yep. We did have 344 students go and 44 adults.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Item 6, reports and communications. Student board member reports. For Tech High School, Naomi Hernandez.
Good evening, and thank you for having me. We finished the month of February attending John Reed. We were invited to be special guest readers to celebrate Read Across America Week. An ASB student was assigned to each classroom to read a book. Their spirit day was sports day, so we showed up wearing our favorite sports jersey. We read them a book, but we also shared more about ourselves and encouraged the children to keep reading and expand their creativity. I was able to read a book to a second grade class. It was a memorable experience to see the children compare the moral of the book with their own personal experience, and to hear their experience was even more special to me. I was also able to attend the previous classroom from the last time I went, and seeing the kids still remembering who I was made my heart melt. Seeing the impact I had along with my ASB classmate makes us proud to share this experience with our community. A couple of our amazing teachers had the opportunity to attend CATA. Ms. Alvarez, along with Ms. Campos, gave a presentation on the impact Summer Bridge has had on our school and how it has helped build community among our school. Ms. Wolfney, Ms. Dillon, Ms. Spencer, and Ms. Mason also attended the advisories conference. It allowed them to learn how to continue building community along with providing advisory ideas. We can't wait to see what our teachers have learned to continue to make an impact on our student body. A tradition that Robotics Club continues to have is to raise funds for the all-nighter. It has allowed them to raise money that allows them to compete and expand their skills. It was held on Friday, March 3rd, and unfortunately had to end early due to network issues, but the Robotics Club was able to be flexible given the circumstances. It was very successful as they sold 100 tickets and they raised around $2,000 for their robotics program. At this time, I would like to recognize my classmates and share more about the impact that they're making. Joseph S., who is a sophomore student, became a Student Visionary of the Year and made Team Beat Cancer, consisting of team members Evan S., Vanessa D., and Caleb Weaver, Lucas, and Nathan. So far, their team has raised over $15,000 in the past 4 weeks, which means they're halfway to their goal of $30,000 for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. The reason Joseph became a part of this fundraiser is that he had many family members and friends in his life affected by cancer. As he continues his campaign, he learned about several people being affected by cancer. Joseph stated, "The more I learned, the more determined I became to raise awareness and funds to support cancer research. It makes us proud. It makes us really extremely proud of our student body, and we hope for them to reach their goal. This week is Spirit Week. To show our excitement for our rally, Monday was formal versus pajama day. Today was Cowboys versus Aliens. Tomorrow we will be wearing white to protest violence in schools. Thursday will be Soccer Mom versus Barbecue Dad. Friday will be Neon Day. This Friday is not only our rally, but it is also our election convention. Our election convention is planned by our senior representatives. It is where there are 12 delegates from 9th, 10th, and 11th grade to learn more about the candidates who are running for a cabinet position. Delegates are in charge of informing the student body about the issues discussed so that the student body can be more informed about the decision when voting. These are all of the details I am allowed to know because I am running for the Public Relations Officer position for a second time. Our spring rally theme is Glow in the Dark. We will have black light beams, glow sticks, and a couple of cool activities. As most of our time will be taken by primary speeches of our candidates running for cabinetcy, they will share their purpose and why the student body should vote for them. There will be 2 performances, one by band and the second by dance team. Spring sports have started. Our baseball team has started having games. Swimming has had their first meet. Tennis first meet was against Credo. Our track team was invited to participate. It was hosted by Santa Rosa High School for the 31st annual Big Cat Invitational with all schools in the surrounding region, regardless of small/big divisions. Our team performance went in for the first event that the season given it rain. In some cases, a large portion of our runners had the first track event that day, with a good portion of our team qualifying for Coastal Mountain Championships. And our very own student, Caleb Weaver, broke a record for shot put. We look forward to see what great things our track team will do and wish them the best. As always, we look forward to cheering on our student athletes. Finally, the Tech High student and staff are deeply saddened by the recent events at Montgomery High School. We wish nothing but support to all of the victim families who were infected. The Tech High community wants to show our support through wearing white on Wednesday to acknowledge school safety. We are sending lots of Titan love. I look forward to sharing next report. Thank you.
Thank you, Naomi. All right, for Rancho Cotati, David Zapata.
All right. Good evening, school board. Congratulations to Rancho's Color Guard for earning first place in their first competition in San Mateo on February 25th. 2 weeks ago, a student poll was sent out about what our students would like to have for their prom spirit week. We had many responses, and some of the most common spirit days our students would like to have are 2000s Days, PJ's Day, Jersey Day, Blackout Day, and Rancho Blowout. Yet these days are not official. We will be looking through responses in the upcoming weeks. On the topic of prom, our prom will be held April 29th at Sonoma Raceway with the theme being Masquerade. ASB applications are still open and are due March 29th at the Student Activity Center, and executive board elections were due yesterday, March 6th. Executive board elections will be held March 14th, and our California Scholarship Federation Club will be holding a dine and donate Wednesday, March 8th from 4 to 8 p.m. at Chipotle. We will have WASP visit next week to see if we are accredited to provide diplomas and for our accreditation. We also have finals next Thursday and Friday. We began to offer breakfast before second period as well for students who do not have a first period. And lastly, Rancho would like to send our condolences and thoughts to Montgomery High School and those who were affected on March 1st, 2023.
Thank you, David. All right, 6B, trustee reports. Trustee Martin.
Nothing, excuse me, nothing to report.
All right. Trustee Brown? Trustee Nelson?
I think next week I'll be attending 2x2 as the backup for that. And then next Tuesday, I hope to also be attending Rancho's, I think it's WASC acronym, that, yes,
WASC.
That program in the afternoon.
Great. All right. I had the privilege of chaperoning the robotics all-nighter, and I will say I was probably, with the other chaperones, totally okay that it ended at 2 a.m. and didn't go till 8 a.m. But I rallied. I pretended I was in my 20s. I left the house at 8 p.m. and got in at 2 a.m. and felt it the next day. So there we go. But it was great and fantastic and wonderful. And then I too will be doing the WASC meeting next week on Monday at the school district, and so we'll hear about that at our board meeting next week. Superintendent report.
Yes, we started. Was it this last week? Anyway, we had Read Across America at Monte Vista. It was really exciting. Many community members came together to read to our different classrooms. We discussed the importance of reading in our lives, as well as read a book. I want to thank Cassandra Wilcox, who helped organize this event and sent out all the invitations. I have the privilege of reading to her kindergarten class, and they were a lot of fun. We read the Pigeon book about going to school. He was a little anxious about going to school, so that was a lot of fun to read. On March 2nd, the County Board of Education recognized Rancho Cotati High School for their event with astronaut Nicole Mann. It was really great to be there and to share that special event. Matt Transu and Heather Ramey were able to speak about the event and how meaningful it was to our students, and I was able to share appreciation for the team that took care of all the details and made this event a reality for our kiddos. On Friday, I got to go to my very first Warriors game. I want to give a shout out to Principal Rachel Hankerson. They have Hahn School has a partnership with the Warriors. Was also joined there by Executive Assistant Rochelle Grigori. That was very exciting for us. The kids were able to hang out in the tunnel and they were high-fived by the players, and we heard many a student say, I am never going to wash my hands again. That will probably be problematic, but they were so excited, and it was really neat to see the pictures. It was a really special evening for the kids and for the adults that were recognized and honored at that game. On today, actually, I connected with Sonoma State, Roseland, and Cotati Runner Park is working on a teacher residency grant, and I haven't even shared this with folks, but we're so excited that SSU is going to provide PD offerings for our teachers of our primary students here in Cotati Runner Park. So we think we're trying to coordinate with our summer PD program. So our professors who have expertise in the area of social justice, of language development, and the importance of building in play for our youngest students, will be providing opportunities for our teachers so they'd be able to sign up for half-day PDs. So a lot of exciting and great work going on in the district, and we're soon going to be publishing our summer program, summer enrichment program, C, and we're really excited about that. And that's my report for tonight.
Thank you. We have no reports from our union partners today, so we will jump to 6G, receipt of official correspondence. I don't think we have any. All right, we're good. There's no public comment for items not on the agenda. Consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve items 8A through H?
I'll move that we approve agenda items 8A through 8H.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with one vacancy. There's no items for personnel services or business and operations services, so we move to item 11, board services. A, approval of resolution 2023-10, Women's History Month.
So this is a really important proclamation or resolution for me personally. This is about the contributions of women throughout history, and started March 1st, is Women's History Month. So we expressed a desire to bring these resolutions to the board for approval to really encourage our students in our community to recognize the importance contributions, and this month is for women.
I'm okay with that. Any discussion or questions? All right. I make a motion to approve item 11A, approval of resolution 2023-10, Women's History Month. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Roll call?
Trustee Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Martin?
Aye.
Trustee Nelson?
Aye.
Trustee Wing?
Yes. 11B, public disclosure and ratification of the 2023 RIPSIA Extended School Year Credit Recovery and Summer Enrichment Academy MOU.
So these are the MOUs that we have negotiated with our labor partner, RIPSIA, about compensation and kind of the protocols around our summer programs. As you know, ESY is for our special education students, and credit recovery for our high school students, and then C, summer enrichment program for our enrichment program. Anyway, so that's what we negotiated, and seeking your approval tonight.
Great. Any questions or discussion? Can I get a motion to approve 11B, public disclosure and ratification of the 2023 RIPSIA Extended School Year Credit Recovery and Summer Enrichment Academy MOU?
I'll move that we approve 11B.
Can I get a second?
All second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with one vacancy. 11C, ratification of California School Employees Association 2022-2023 Expanded Learning Opportunity Program MOU.
So this is for our CACA unit members. If they select to participate as instructor in our expanded learning opportunity grant, and that describes the MOU for compensation.
Great. Any questions or discussion? Will we have a MOU for SEIU, or are they year-round?
I'm.
For this? Or did
Are we
do
going
it
to have
last
an
week?
MOU, Ms. Hanson?
I was going to say, did we do it last month?
We approved
Yeah,
it.
okay, that's what I thought. Can I get a motion to approve 11C, ratification of California School Employees Association 2022-2023 Expanded Learning Opportunity Program MOU?
I move that we approve 11C.
Can I get a second?
All second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with one vacancy. 11D, approval of timeline for trustee area 2 vacant seat.
Okay, here's the timeline. We are now experts at this. We will, once the timeline is approved, tomorrow we will launch the application on our website. We have already announced in our local papers, Press Democrat and Community Voice. And then, as you know, I meet with every candidate that's interested, and we are advertising, and I believe in your packets you have information about that. Applications will close on March 31st. And we'll interview candidates on April 4th, with hopefully swearing in a candidate for April 18th. Seeking your approval of the timeline this evening.
Thank you. Any questions or comments on the timeline? All right. Can I get a motion to approve 11D, approval of timeline for the trustee area 2 vacant seat for the 2023-2024 term?
I'll motion to approve 11D.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. 11E, designate representatives to trustee area 2 vacancy committee. Oh, go ahead.
You know, this is 2 members ad hoc committee, relatively quick to verify that the candidates meet the criteria to serve as trustees.
Yes, and I just appoint them,
Yes.
right, yeah. So since Leff and I did so wonderful getting Eric on board, we'll just keep the momentum going. Is that okay with you, Trustee Brown? Would you?
I guess so, yes.
Okay. So can I get a motion to approve Trustee Wing and Trustee Leff to be the representatives to Trustee Area 2 Vacancy Committee?
I'll move that we approve Trustee Leff Brown and President Michelle Wing for representatives to Trustee Area 2 Vacancy Committee.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with no vacancies. And let the record show Michelle Leff had actually nothing to do with convincing Eric of this position, but worked out well with us. F through J are second readings of the board policies. Are there any discussions or questions on any of F through J? All right. I make a motion to approve 11F, second reading of Board Policy Administrative Regulation 0460, Local Control and Accountability Plan. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with 1 absence. I make a motion to approve 11G, second reading of Administrative Regulation 5141.3, Health Examinations. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with 1 vacancy. 11H, I make a motion to approve the second reading of Administrative Regulation 5142.2, Safe Routes to School Program. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with 1 vacancy. 11I, I make a motion to approve the second reading of Board Policy and Administrative Regulation 5148.2, Before and After School Program. Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with 1 vacancy. 11J, I make a motion to approve the second reading of Board Policy and Administrative Regulation 5148.3, Preschool and Early Childhood Education. Can I get a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with 1 vacancy. And 11K, acceptance of gifts and donations to school and district.
So you have an item. We have a donation to Monta Vista from Miss Alba, and we have Technology High School for the materials for the robotics team from Design It Prototype, totaling $1,029.
Great. Can I get a motion to approve the acceptance of gifts and donations to schools and district?
Make a motion that we approve the gifts and donations as presented.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0 with 1 vacancy. Item 12, future business and agenda items. Trustee Nelson.
Well, I was a bit concerned about things going on in our community in Costa Grande and Montgomery, especially recently. I did note last time that we were, my heart goes out to the people in Montgomery, and let me see here. I did have some questions about BP and AR 5131.7 last month, but I'm still doing some investigation on that because of the California Penal Code. My objection to that was possession of pepper spray as a defensive thing, but I'm looking into that for a revote, so
Yep.
that's all for me.
All right. And if there's anything we can do to get you information on that from the school, let Dr. Perez know.
It's all there. I just was not able to read it all
Yeah.
with events that were going on in our family that
Yeah.
weekend.
All right. Trustee Brown?
I think we need to, we do have a future agenda item coming up on safety they're coming back. But I think as part of that, we, if other board members agree, we need to educate our community as to what we're currently doing. I've heard a lot of things like put the fences back up, put up, metal detectors. You go to a concert today or that, and bags are supposed to be clear. When I go to a Giants game and I'm involved in the ball dude thing, I go through 5 security clearances before I step on that field. So it's just different venues, different security things, and we don't have that here at the school like at some of the other venues. You go to the grocery store and you're not wanted. You don't go through a metal detector. So there's different levels of responsibilities, and we need to have a discussion and hear from parents to see what their concerns are. We need our staff and our teachers to see what their concerns are, and how we can better communicate to the community as to what the norms are and where we go from here. I don't have all the answers. I know there's a need for discussion. There's a need for some norms. And if necessary, if we get the impact from everybody, we can listen and make the necessary moves to make our campuses safer.
Okay. Thank you. Trustee Martin?
I have nothing to add other than I am looking forward to the conversation of what we can do in a positive direction.
Great. So what I would like to request, if it's not too much of a short notice, is that at our next meeting, which is next Tuesday, if we could get a current rundown of what are our safety programs. So instead of the big safety plan where we talk about kind of what the plan is, what are our tactical things? The Stop It app, counselors on school. What can parents and families do immediately right now if they feel that there's a threat or they have a question or something like that? And can we get that communication out to our families really soon in just a fast, here's who to call in an emergency. And we need to all acknowledge that an emergency isn't just fire and earthquake. An emergency is, emotional and social and different things like that too as well. I agree with Trustee Brown that I think we need to have some sort of, I don't know if it's a town hall or a special meeting or what we do to talk to parents and teachers and students. I know when we had the presentation a couple months ago of when they do the Youth Truth Survey and how safe do you feel at school, we did see a percentage of kids say, they don't feel safe. But what does that mean? Do they feel a direct threat that I don't feel safe going to school? Do I just not feel safe because of what's going on in society at large? Is it specific groups of students that feel more unsafe than others? What can we do? There's certain things in the world that we're not going to be able to affect. And the world is a turbulent time right now. But what can we do on our campuses? And what does an unsafe elementary school student look like versus an unsafe high school student look like? That could be 2 very different situations. So just, and being really honest and open with our community about what we're doing, what our limitations are, what our roadblocks are, see what they can gather and different things like that, and taking our experiences of going to Giants games or concerts or other school campuses, and I'm ready to take best practices from whoever if people feel that way. So if we can just really make that the forefront of what we do over the next month or two, and make sure that our community, I want to make sure that if someone sees something or hears something, they know exactly who to go to or what to do. And same thing with our students. If our students on campus hear something or see something, how can they report it in a way that they don't feel that they'd be retaliated against or different things? And just want to make sure that everyone feels okay. So, all right. We do not need to reconvene to closed session tonight. So if there's nothing else, this meeting is adjourned.